All right, guys, I'm back with another video to help you with expressions. This one is a expressions test prep, and it says choose the best answer for each problem. So, kind of doing what we just did on the other worksheet that I did before this one. It says A number one, sorry, says which statement is true about the value of the two expressions below. So I need to do what I did on the last one. First, I need to solve the expression so I can know which statements are true. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. So both of them, I see I'm adding 3 plus 6. Okay, I'm going to solve A first. 2 times 3 plus 6. So I have to do 3 plus 6 first. That's going to give me 9. Then I need to do 2 times. I need to not do it so close to my words because I'm not going to be able to read it. So 2 times 9 is 18. All right, now let me work out. Oh, the next one is just B. It's just 3 plus 6. And that's just going to be 9. Okay, so 18 is my answer to part A, to statement expression A. And 9 is my answer to expression B. Now I need to look at all my choices. It says which statement is true. So it's only going to be one answer for this one. Let's look at A. A says the value of B is 3 times the value of A. The value of B is 3 times the value of A. Okay, so if I look at my answer to B, my answer is 9. So they're saying that the value of B is 3 times more than the value of A. Well, I know that can't be true because the value of 3 is 9 and the value of B is 9 and the value of A is 18. 9 is smaller than 18. So it's not more than that. So it can't be 3 times the value of A. So nope, A is not true. Let's look at B. B says the value of A is 3 times the value of B. Well, this is A. It is more than B, but is it 3 times more than it? No, it's not. It's 2 times more, actually. 18 is 2 times more than 9 because 9 plus 9 is 18. So that's not true because it's not 3 times the value of B. It's 2 times the value. C says the value of A is more than the value of B. Well, this is A, which is 18. This is B, which is 9. So that is true. The 18 is more than 9. So C would be my answer. And if I looked at D, just to look at it, it says the value of B is more than the value of A. So I know that's not true. So my answer would be C. All right, let's look at number 2. Number 2 says Jess has 5 packs of markers. Her mom gives her 2 more packs. Sorry, let me read this over. Jess has 5 packs of 8 markers. Her mom gives her 2 more packs of 8 markers. Which expression matches the words? So, um, Jess has 5 packs of 8 markers. So to know how many markers she has, I would have to do 5 times 8 because it's 5 packs with 8 in each. So that's um, 1 pack of 8 markers, another pack of 8 markers, another pack of 8 markers, and another. So it's 5 packs of 8 markers. So that would be multiplying 5 by 8 or multiplying 8 by 5. So I know I would have to do 5 times 8. So I can see which expressions have 5 times 8. All 3 of these do B, C, and D. A doesn't. So I know A will not be my answer. So I can go ahead and eliminate that one, right through that one. And then it says her mom gives her 2 more packs of 8 markers. So that's going to be 2 times 8. And then, so let's see which one has 2 times 8. But this has 2 plus 8, so I know that can't be it. And this one doesn't have 2 times 8, so that can't be it. So my choice has to be D. So if you look at D, what it's doing is 5 times 8 plus 2 times 8. If we did all of this, that would tell us the total amount of markers that she has. So D would be my answer choice for that one. Okay, let's look at number 3. Which expression means the same as the phrase below? So the phrase says subtract 6 from the product of 9 and 4. So I know I'm going to have to be doing subtraction and multiplication in here because it says subtract 6 from the product of, and I know the product means multiply, of 9 and 4. So if I look at my choices, I know this one is gone because it has adding. I'm not doing any adding in this based on this expression. And this one I am doing subtraction and I'm doing multiplication, so I'll keep that one. This one I'm doing subtraction and multiplication, so I can keep that one for now. This one is doing adding, so D can be gone. So I'm only looking at B and C. So it says subtract 6 from something. I have to subtract 6 from the product of 9 and 4. So that means I have to multiply 9 and 4 first and then subtract 6 from that. So C would be my correct answer, because it says 9 times 4 in parentheses and then minus 6. So my answer would be C on that one. Okay, let's look at number 4. It says at a restaurant, the cost of a hamburger is $2 less than twice the cost of French fries. Okay, French fries cost $3. Which of the following expressions can be used to find the cost in dollars of a hamburger at the restaurant? All right, so I have to go read through this again. So at the restaurant, I know the cost of a hamburger is $2 less than twice the cost of French fries. Okay, they do give me the cost of French fries, which is $3. So I'm just going to write something to help me. So I know that $3 is the cost of fries. They said the cost of the hamburger is twice the cost of the fries. So twice the cost of fries. If the fries are $3, then I'll have to multiply that by 2 to get twice the cost of that. So I know I'm going to have 3 times 2 somewhere. So let's see. Okay, this one doesn't have 3 times 2, so I can get rid of that one. This one doesn't have 3 times 2, so I can get rid of that one. So I have 2 choices. So let me look again. It says, at the restaurant, the cost of a hamburger is $2 less than twice the cost. Okay, so then I just have to subtract $2 from that, but I have to do that first. But I don't have to have parentheses because based on PEMDAS, I have to do multiplication first anyway. So now I look down here and I see the one that matches that. It would be A, because it says 3 times 2 minus 2. So that would be the correct answer. So that took me some thinking through. So you see how many times I had to go back and read that question. Don't think you could just read a word problem once and know the answer. Sometimes you have to read through it several times, as you see, and I just did that. All right, so let me just go back and look and make sure, yep, the cost of the hamburger is $2 less than twice the cost of fries. Yep, that would be it, because fries is $3, so twice the cost of that. So let me just see how much, though, that hamburger would be. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. I didn't actually have to solve it, but I just wanted to see. All right, so that's that one. Now I need to scroll down. I have 4 more. Wait a minute. Okay. Can't see them all. What happened? If I'm sharing my screen, I should be able to see what I have. Okay, there we go. Go back and make that bigger. Okay. Number 5 says, which option is a correct interpretation of this numerical expression? The numerical expression is 40 times 3 plus 17. So 40 times 3 plus 17. So let's look at my choices. A says 17 more than the product of 40 and 3. Oh, yes, that is true. 40 times 3. So 17 more than the product of 40 and 3. So I would have to multiply 40 times 3 to get the product of it, and then I would add 17 to that, which would be 17 more than the product. So that's my choice. But let me just look at my other ones just to see. B says the product of 40 and 3. So that's the product of 40 and 3. So that's telling me to multiply 40 and 3. Increased by 17. Hold on. The product of 40 and 3 increased by 17. So I would do the product of 40 and 3, then I would add 17. Wait, so that one's true. Let's see what it said. Which option is correct? So it said it's only going to be one choice. But both A and B. Oh, I see. I have a D here that says all of the above. So let me look at C. So C has to be correct too. Let's read it though. 17 added to the result of 40 times 3. Well, guess what? The 17 added to the result of 40 times 3. I would do 40 times 3 first, then I would add 17. So all of these statements are true. So that means D is my answer. And you see what would have happened if I had only read A? I would have got it wrong because I looked at A and automatically said, okay, A is my choice because that was true. That's why it's important to read all of your choices. So D would be the right one. And number 6 is, which phrase is represented by the expression? So the expression, I look at it, is 3 times 4 plus 5. So I know I will have to do 4 plus 5 first. Then I will have to multiply that result by 3. So let me see. A says multiply 3 and 4, then add 5. Well, I know I'm not multiplying 3 and 4. I'm adding 3 and 4. So A won't be my choice. I can get rid of that one. Let's look at B. B says multiply 3 and 5, then add 3. I'm not multiplying, 4 and 5. I'm not multiplying 4 and 5. So that won't be my choice. C says add 4 and 5. I am adding 4 and 5 if I look back up here. Then multiply by 3. Yep, I'm adding 4 and 5, then multiplying it by 3. So C would be my choice. Let's just look at D though. D says add 3 and 4. So yep, I'm not adding 3 and 4. So I automatically know that's not the one. So C is my choice for that one. Number 7 says below is a list of expressions and equations. Circle the expressions. Oh, that should be quite simple because expressions don't have answers. Equations do have answers. So my expressions would be A, because it doesn't have an answer. It just says 3 plus 2 times 4. B doesn't have an answer, so that would also be an expression. C doesn't have an answer, so that would be an expression. Now, if I look at D, it does have an answer. It says that this equals 18, so that would be an equation. So that wouldn't be the one that I would circle. E is an expression, so I would circle that one. And F is an equation because it has an answer of 11. So I wouldn't circle that one because it's an equation and it's telling me to circle all of the expressions. All right, and number 8, which statement is true about the expression below? 5 times 3 plus 27. Says A is 5 times larger than 3. So I would need to solve this to see which one of these statements would be true. So let me go ahead and solve it. I'm going to do it up here just to give me some room. 5 times 3 plus 27. So because this is in parentheses, of course, I have to do this part first. So 3 plus 27 will give me 30. Then 5 times 30, I could do 5 times 3, which is 15. Then add the 0 back, which is going to be 150. So let me look at my choices. A says 5 times as large as 3. 5 times as large as 3. Which statement is true about the expression? The answer, they're saying the answer is 5 times as large as 3. Well, no, that's not true because 5 times more than 3 would be 5 times 3 would be 15. So that won't be my answer. Let's see B. B says 5 times as large as 30. 5 times as large as 30 would be 30 times 5. And that's exactly what I had to do to solve this, was multiply 30 times 5. So it looks like B would be my answer. But let me just look at C and D just to see. C says 15 times as large as 27. No, not doing 27 times 15. And D says 15 plus 27. Nope, I wouldn't do 15 plus 27. That would not get me 150. So yes, my answer would be B. And that is it for this video. Worksheet is complete. Have a great day or a night whenever you're watching this. Bye.